In this session, let us try to understand the process of writing data to HDFS. Writing data onto HDFS is a bit more complicated as compared to reading data from HDFS. But I would try my best to explain it in simple terms. Let us try to understand the right process by making use of an example. Let us say we want to write a file named data.txt within the /user/Hadoop folder. The client would send a request to the name node along with the file name and the file location to be created. If the requested user has the appropriate permissions, an entry is made within the metadata list of the name node. Initially, no blocks are associated to this file. Now the name node opens a stream to which the client can write data. As the client writes data to this stream, the data is splitted into packets of 4 kilobytes and stored on a separate queue in the memory. Now at the client end, a separate thread is responsible for writing data from the queue onto the HDFS. This thread would contact the name node requesting the list of all the data nodes on which it can store the copy of this file. Now the client makes a direct connection to the first data node. The data is written to the first data node. Once this is completed, the second data node in the list is replicated with the same data, usually within the same rack, and the process is repeated for the third data node in the list, which is usually located on a different rack belonging to the same cluster. Once the packet is successfully returned to the disk, an acknowledgement is sent to the client. Upon reaching the block size, the client would get back to the name node, requesting next set of data nodes on which it can write data. The client indicates the completion of writing the data by closing the stream. Any remaining packets in the queue are flushed out and metadata information is updated on the name node. Errors can occur during the write process for various reasons. For instance, if the disk or the data node on which the data was being written fails, the pipeline is immediately closed and any data sent after the last acknowledgement is pushed back to the queue. A new healthy data node is identified and a new block ID is assigned and the data is transferred. This is how the data is written onto HDFS. I hope you all might have understood.